I will also have to leave it around that time if we're still have a meeting. I have another
Okay.
meeting to get to at 7.
All right, you're all set.
Okay, thank you, Lauren. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to call the John Wallace School Project Building Committee order, June 20th, 2024. It is 6:11 p.m. Are you gone yet? Lauren, are you going to do the roll or you want me to do it?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here for like another 40 minutes, so we're good.
Okay, all right. Do you roll call then for us?
Yep. Chairman Wood,
Here?
Joe Harpy. I can see Joe.
Yeah,
I can
he's
see
here.
that
He's
he's
just
here.
muted.
Yep. Chris Miner,
Here.
Dave Nagel,
Here.
Tim Newton, Tim, are you with us?
Yeah, I think he's just coming off
Great.
mute. Actually, Joe, are you frozen? Can you speak to us? Joe?
He just turned his camera off, so maybe he was having a little glitch.
Yeah. All right. We're good then.
Yeah, and I don't see Kim yet, but I know she's coming.
Yeah, Kim is coming, so I'll try to record what time she comes in. Well, actually, you'll have it
Perfect.
too. You'll see
Yeah.
it. We'll watch it back.
So you have a quorum and you're good to start.
Okay, thank you. Public comment. I don't believe there is anybody in the public, but let me just double check. Oh, we do have one attendee. Who's over there?
Oh,
Kim.
is that Kim?
Can you bring her over?
Yeah, let me bring her over. All right, she should be rejoining.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yep.
Next item is take action on prior meeting minutes. We actually have two. The meeting of Thursday, May 30th. And let's do it one at a time. So entertain a motion that we approve the minutes as written for the meeting on May 30th, 2024.
So moved.
Thank you, Dave. And a second?
Second.
Second by Chris. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes. Next meeting is Thursday, June 6th. Same thing. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Chris. Right, Chris?
Yep. I'll second.
Okay, thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Our next item of business is review the RFP, RFQ draft documents. I know we didn't get them that long ago, but we did get them. Did everybody have a chance to kind of read through those? I know Kim did. She picked up on one typo, which we can correct easily. But did everybody else get a chance to go through them?
Lou also sent me projection enrollment projections. So that was an item that was highlighted on the documents. I can insert that and get revised drafts out to everyone as well.
Okay. Did you see Kim's comment?
I did see Kim's email today. Yes. Thank you,
So
Kim.
we should change that.
Yep.
We'll go through them one at a time. The first one we'll do is the architect and engineering services. Does anybody have any issues other than the one Kim brought up? Just naming our building committee by the wrong name. It's a standard form. It's one that I'm pretty familiar with. We've been using it for a while. Everybody okay with this?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Just, I need a nod and a yeses. We don't actually have to take a vote. I don't think we just need to kind of be in consensus that we're going to move forward. Joe, are you frozen again? I think so. Either that or I think Joe's having trouble. Kim, you're good with it?
Yeah, everything else looked fine.
Okay.
I just noticed that change needed to be made in the name of the building committee.
Yep, thank you. And Tim, you're good? Got two frozen. Well, we can still move because we have four of us. All right, let's go on to the next one. For the construction manager services, again, a little bit longer, but standard form. Anyone have any issues with this one?
Looked fine to me. I'm just thinking, I did have a question on the previous one in
Okay,
terms of where the applications or in the CVs and whatnot were to be sent. I think on one it was Jamie and Lauren. On this one, it might be just Lauren.
they typically go to the town manager's office and then,
So yeah, RFPs do not have to go to the CEO. RFQs and bids do,
Okay,
but they're all coming. I get them. They're all coming to the town manager's office, and I will be the one that receives and opens them.
okay. I just, my question was, did Jamie's name or town manager need to be on the first one? Or both, or am I confusing you? It was just a question.
No,
If
I get. You know what? Like, for the sake of consistency, I could just do them all to the one person. I'll just do them all to Jamie with a care of to me.
well, Jamie
well, I
is,
was thinking that they would go to you only because of the process we're in at the moment. It might be easier because you're going to be receiving them as well, and then you distribute them to who else needs to see it initially.
yeah, so the first one actually is going to the town manager, but in care of
Mhm.
Lauren.
Yeah.
So it is in there. And the second one is actually going to town manager's office, just doesn't name who the town manager is, but in care of director of administrative services, again, Lauren. So one we kind of called them out by name, and one we called them out by title.
Mhm. I'm
Yeah.
fixing that.
Okay.
No, and I'm fine with, coming through Lauren, and she knows how to handle these for sure.
Okay. Joe, you unfrozen? You were there for a minute, but now you look like you're frozen again. Tim, you frozen? Tim's muted. He's on the phone.
I say I just moved over a phone number, so hopefully this is
Yeah,
one
it's
of.
Tim, I think.
Okay.
All right, so the last one, which is owner's project management services. That one, I think it's just a typo. I'm assuming we just cut and copied and pasted. But did you see, Lauren, that you have limits in here? It really reflects Anna Reynolds. It's 32 or $35 million limits. We don't have any of the other ones, and it's only an $11 million project. It's on page 4.
So that's asking, and that's why I highlighted it. Because obviously we can adjust that down. It's asking for them to provide us projects that they've done with that budget amount. Not that this project has that budget.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that down. We'll do 12, or do you want to do up to 15?
Yeah, let's do 15. Is
Okay.
everybody okay with that? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
Okay.
mean, we're gonna attract the regular players. We all know where these are going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There's not gonna be any big surprises when they come back in. And then they have until middle of July for questions. Lauren has the then responsibility of responding to those questions, and I believe they're all due August 1st.
Yeah, I did them all simultaneous submissions, so
Yep.
they would be posted July 1st and due August 1st with a mid-July question period.
Okay. And you're gonna also request fee proposals along with them. We just won't get those initially, correct?
Correct. The fee proposals will be in a separate sealed envelope when they come in.
Okay. Everybody understand that? That's by state statute. We can't. We need to actually do all of our interviews prior to looking at the dollars and then make our adjustment. Based on what we learned through that interview process, and then we can evaluate the dollars. But I think we can only look at the dollars from the firms we shortlist, correct?
Yeah, you only
Yeah.
from the qualified ones, the rest of
Yeah.
them would just be.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So, let me ask you a question, Lauren. So we still have you. When should we meet again? This process is going to take a full month.
Yeah,
So do we
I mean,
need to meet twice in July?
well, your next meeting would be July 4th, and I don't think anyone wants to meet on that day. For Anna Reynolds, we did move that next meeting to the 3rd, the Wednesday, but that's in, less than 2 weeks from now. I don't really think you guys will have that much to discuss in less than 2 weeks from now.
All right, so let's keep the second one open and
Yeah.
you and I can talk. And
Yeah,
if it's, worth having, we'll do the third third Thursday.
the 3rd Thursday. Yep.
And if not, we'll cancel it.
Great.
Curious to see what kind of questions come in if any.
Yeah, I can always give you guys an update on whatever questions as well.
And are we planning on doing like a walkthrough? Are we gonna allow, it's summertime, so it's gonna be easy.
Mhm.
For the different firms, especially the architect, right? The architects are gonna have to walk through the building. Lou, I'm assuming you could make that happen?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And we do have a site visit in the schedule now. I just have to confirm that date.
Okay. So I would just say clean these up, like we
Yep.
discussed, and let's get them out onto the street. And
Great.
we'll see where it goes from there. Okay.
Yeah. That's good.
You're back, Joe.
It's Joe Harpy.
Yeah.
I'm on the road today, so I apologize for not being on the laptop. But as far as the dollar amount, I don't see a conceptual budget performed at this stage because we haven't hired the architect. Don't we need to get that so we get the per unit costs of material, et cetera, that he estimates? And then the aggregate dollar based on that budget within what the taxpayers approved?
Well, yeah, again, we have a dollar, it's just under $11 million, right? That's our budget.
Right. So
That's a public figure. They're all gonna know that.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to understand the aspect of this versus some other stuff. But so that when the architect, we're going to have him start the schematic basis for his budget because of the estimates that the board has already done on this, or are we going to start with a conceptual and then go to schematic based on the progress of his design work?
I guess the first thing
Understand
we're soliciting architectural firms to see if they're interested on providing us with architectural services for the school. So that's the
right.
first thing that's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Request
Right.
for proposals, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then they will make a presentation in front of us. We'll set up interviews. Then we'll select an architect, an owner's project manager, and a CM. And then the architect will start their process of actually designing around our budget.
Yeah,
That's how it works. It is a little bit backwards, but that's how,
Right.
all municipalities have to work. You have to come up with a dollar figure first.
I'm not being critical. I'm just trying to understand how we want to run with this.
So I would, if the answer to your question, if I'm hearing it correctly, is that there will be probably schematic design.
Yeah, that's my sense, since we already have the estimated budget. There would be the
Correct.
schematic and the design development.
Right. And then a construction.
Yeah, because this should go pretty easily, I'm convinced, hopefully,
Yes.
given the kind of work we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, this is 28,000 square feet, so it's half the size of Anna Reynolds. and a third of the budget, so.
Yep.
We're
Now, on
doing-
the go ahead.
No, go ahead.
On the request for bids on this, or proposals, are we going to, have a chance to look at the language? Is that what you're talking about for the next next meeting? We're gonna look at what's contained in language in that RFP before they go out?
We did. We just kind of reviewed that. I think you were on
Yeah.
freezing in
was
and out.
trying
So
to get on.
these are standard forms that the town has been using. We made a couple changes. There was a couple typos. One, they were just, the building committee was.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, you heard that
Yeah.
one? And then there was a
Right.
higher limit on the construction manager, just because I think it followed Anna Reynolds' $35 million project. We're gonna lower that down to
Right.
15 million that they have. They provide us with documentation that they can handle a project this size. And again, I don't know if you heard this or not, but we know who the players are gonna be here. There's not gonna be probably
Oh,
any
yeah.
surprises on, who's gonna come after this. So I
did
think
hear that,
everybody's gonna be qualified. It's who we're comfortable
Right.
working with.
Yeah, no, I don't have any concern about that part of it, but how about when we talk about scope? Are we gonna put in sort of a one number initially, 500 square feet, 535 square feet per classroom? Are we gonna do a sliding scale on that? I don't know what the school system is asking us to do beyond the bare number in there. And then creating the walls, the cinder block walls.
I think
Based on
the
creating-
architect is
Yeah,
gonna
that's
take the educational specifications and work
Yeah.
from that along with the board.
Yeah,
So that's basically the document. That's their Bible right now.
Yeah,
Everything revolves around the educational specifications.
all
So,
right.
and the
So we
specs
would-
are part of the
just-
proposal.
So we would put that in under scope, right,
correct.
on the architect?
Yeah, that will be
Okay.
shared with them. Yes. And then,
Right.
we want them to look at this with fresh eyes. They might, be looking at something different that we think is fantastic that we just don't see right now. Or they might like our idea and run with that, where we think it's gonna go.
No, like any other project we've done. Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Now, has the letter come in yet, Lauren? Do you know, from the state? I know the grant is gonna happen. I'm not worried about that, but have we received the letter yet? Do you know if the superintendent's gotten the letter? On
Yeah,
the
the
grant
superintendent
itself?
signed it today.
Oh, they got it today?
hmm
Okay,
Okay.
that's good news.
All right.
Mhm.
Anything else, Joe?
Nope.
All right. Thank you. Tim, are you with us? No, Tim is permanently frozen or gone. Well, it can't be gone because he's still signed in, but.
The only thing, Steve, I'd like to
Yeah.
add one other thing. I'm traveling between here and investment I have in California for a client, so I'm a little mixed up on time frame. But I plan to attend each and every meeting, or I wouldn't have volunteered to come on, despite the difference. I'll be on either with the laptop or probably with the
Okay.
cell phone.
All right,
But
and I don't know if you heard or not, we probably won't have, well, we're not gonna have the first meeting in the first week in July because it's the 4th. So there won't be another
Okay.
meeting until the 3rd Thursday of July.
okay.
Okay?
And the other piece of the scope quickly, and I know we all share this, but I just want to restate it. Security systems go in that are, in the best interest of students and staff. The rough language I saw was it was just students. But I want to make sure, and I know it's an obvious inclusion, but I'm just stating it for the record. Whatever we do in that system is going to be an equal protection for staff.
Yeah, actually, we've kind of, sitting on the Anna Reynolds Building Committee, we kind of learned a little bit of a lesson here that we do, and we let staff have a lot of input, I believe, on our project over there.
Right.
But ultimate sign off will be the superintendent and her staff.
Okay.
Okay, So they can have their
Yeah.
input, but the board has to sign off on it and the superintendent. However, Amy wants to, make that happen on the board side.
Yeah,
Because what happens is there's say 40 teachers in the building. You're not making them all happy. And I don't want to get caught up in that again. That's Amy's and Superintendent Brummett's job to try to keep them happy.
although we love them all, right? You know
I
what
do. I love them
Yeah.
all, but I also know that we can't please them all. It's absolutely impossible, But we're gonna do the best we can. And this
All right.
project is gonna be much simpler
Yeah,
than the one we just tackled, that's for sure.
well, that's good news, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's all I got. Steve.
Yeah, you're breaking up again, Joe.
Hello? You
Yeah,
got me?
go ahead. Yep. You started, but then you broke up.
I'm all set.
Okay, all right. Anybody else have anything else? I knew this was gonna be a short meeting. Chris? He's muted. Tim, I'll try you one more time. Tim? Just nod. Yes, no? Dave, you're good. Lou? Okay.
Late response. I'm good, Steve.
All right, thanks, Chris. Hey, Lauren, look at this, huh? This should have been the last meeting, not this meeting. This one I thought was.
I know.
longer. It never fails, right?
Of course. I was like, oh, of course Anna Reynolds is gonna go super long tonight after we jinxed it at the last meeting. That's just
You're-
it. We jinxed
You're
it.
100% correct. All
Mhm.
right, so a motion to adjourn.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Thank you, Dave. Seconded by Joe. All those in favor signify by saying aye, not by aye, saying aye.
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 Okay, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.